Hello and welcome. All of India woke up to the news of the missile strikes at terror hideouts and terror outfits in Pakistan or Pakistan occupied Kashmir. And that's a resolute stand. No country in the world should have to face the brunt of terror. And from what we've seen, it's a very different day. Yes, it's a sports show, but it is also a show when all of India is united against the suffering of terror. So when I go to my colleagues today, one has to remember what the victims of Pahalgam had gone through and what India stands for. So while we watch sport, we will at the back of our minds always remember what this country stands for and what the principles we are all united by. Gargi Raut and Shomik Chakraborty join me from the Eden Gardens as there is a big game in the offing. CSK versus the Kolkata Knight Riders. We will build up to that. But as I said, at the back of our minds, we will always keep in mind what India is going through at the moment. First question to you, Shomik. What is the buzz like? Are people turning out there? There has to be a buzz of solemnness as well, of kind of a resolve, of a resilience that this country is standing about. It is not one of celebration, but one of coming together. There is a subtle difference that India stands for tonight. Shomik Chakraborty, what's the buzz there from the Eden Gardens before I go to Gargi Raut?
See, the buzz is very interesting in the sense that as of now, yellow shirts are comfortably outnumbering their purple counterparts, and I don't know whether it will change in the next 1 hour or so. But the interesting thing is that everybody is clicking through his his mobile feed, and videos of the news of what happened in the morning. That is, that is that they are not staying away from that. And I have heard praise. The two women came and did the press briefing, two women, and that was in fact a clincher. And people have been, those who are turning up for cricket matches, they are talking about that also, and praising the government for taking such a stand, in the sense that sending two women to the press conference of from two different religions also. And that sort of showed a united India against the backdrop of united India. And when such a big thing happens, cricket or any other sport or anything else takes a little bit of a backseat. But the fact of the matter is that cricket maybe at this point of time, not the page one news, but we are here to cover a cricket game, and a big one at that. Five-time champions Chennai Super Kings versus KKR, three-time champions. And I mean, this is a do or die game once again for KKR, and CSK are out. But you have to keep in mind that on a given night, any team can upset anyone.
Let me go to the woman on the panel on that note. Yes, and Wing Commander Vyomika Singh and Colonel Sophia Qureshi. What a powerful message that was. Two different ends of the spectrum talking about it, and both absolutely decorated officers talking about the suffering and how India stands united against terror. To the woman on the panel, she's been covering games in Delhi and in Kolkata, was reporting the last time around as well. Gargi Rao, tell me, what is the buzz like? Is it more people, more yellow, more purple and gold? What's going on? Give me a sense.
Yes, before I get on that, I was just about to say that it's important that the two women that led the briefing, we need to say their names, and it's Wing Commander Vyomika Singh and Colonel Sufia Qureshi. So it's a power move from India as well, and we love seeing women in power come forward and be the face of India of this operation. But at the same time, when we come back to the match, it's a show of solidarity, of course. Sport is always a uniter, and we need to remember what sport stands for. And tonight, as well, we stand against terrorism. But coming back to the game, the buzz at Eden Gardens, of course, Shomik was 100% right when he said that the yellow is outnumbering the purple. And
Hmm.
yeah, and actually, I wish I will try to walk there and show you guys the visuals, but I'm afraid the internet will go off. But at the same time, there's quite a crowd. I know in the past 2 days we were discussing about whether this Dhoni mania is dying down, whether the euphoria is dying down. But I will tell you, there is way more yellow than there is purple. And of course, every single yellow t-shirt is MS Dhoni.
Devashish Sen, you were the one who said it'll be more purple and gold. Are you surprised at this? This is a surprise development so far. I mean, I'm still not saying that it will be the case 1 hour down the line, but from what ground reports we are hearing from Shomik and Gargi, is it more yellow, more Dhoni? Your thoughts, Devashish Sen?
Yeah, I also have to agree with Sumit that what he said is obviously there has been a few yellow jersey outnumbering the purple and gold, and that is what Kolkatans are. I mean, obviously, MS Dhoni fans we have witnessed in the last few seasons whenever there's a match involving Chennai Super Kings, it has been the yellow jersey that has outnumbered the purple and gold. So yes, I won't be surprised if it is kind of equal numbers in both yellow and purple and gold, but definitely there are KKR fans as well coming in.
Yeah, and eventually, I mean, it's still 1.5 hours to go. So there is plenty of time still left. But Devashish Sen, compared to the other matches, you were also making the point to me on the show yesterday that last couple of games, not that kind of a crowd, 35, 36,000. But are you expecting 55, 60,000 today? Are you expecting a packed Eden Gardens?
No, no, I'm not expecting a packed Eden Gardens. It will be around 50,000, 15,000 ish. It won't be a packed house because clearly this time round the ticket prices have got a lot to do with the fans coming in numbers. Means obviously, except for one or two matches, we hardly see an IPL match here at the Eden Gardens of full house. So I would rather sense that it won't be a packed house. Yes, there will be as many as 50, 55,000, but not a full house.
Devashish is spot on because Shriyans Jain is agreeing with him and is saying that look at the surge in ticket price, and that is one of the reasons. I will also give you the update from the women's game. South Africa lost to India 23 runs. India's won by 23, 337 for 9. Jemima Rodriguez and, of course, Deepti Sharma 93 and 100. South Africa 314 for 7, and India makes the finals of the Tri Series. I've given the result. You would have got the show on Rev Sports, but Trisha is actually at the IPL game tonight. So that is why I just had to announce the result on this particular platform. Now, let me go to Rohan. Rohan, Shayon is asking you, are you wearing a Jamaican jersey to support CSK? What is the story? Why are you wearing a Jamaican jersey?
Well, the jersey story is nothing much. It's a quite a unique jersey that I found on online and just bought it and thought of wearing it on a CSK game because again YOLO. But what I saw today while coming at the ground today, every match day I have came, I parked my bike in front of the East Bengal club, but they did not allow me to park the bike in front of East Bengal club, and I had to go all the way to Mohammedan clubs. It shows that the craze, the turnout today, that the turn up today is, of course, will be around 60,000 and maybe more also, and which is a huge turnout on a Wednesday night. So it's, and everywhere I see it's yellow. I think Shomikda has already won the bet fair and square. He told that 70% might be CSK fans, and I think that might be the case today. And there, and it's a whole economy out here outside the Ashutosh College Maidan tent and Bongobashi College Maidan tent, the Maidan area. It's a whole economy. People are selling from jerseys from rupees 50 to 200 and 250. Bike parking, helmet parking. People are coming from office and keeping their bags with a ticket of 50 rupees, keeping the helmets, fruit sellers, cucumber sellers, moody, jhalmuri. I'm myself having a jhalmuri at the moment. So it's a whole economy, and this is what we love to see on an IPL game. And we might have missed such a buzz in few of the games. Sisha is also with me here having her jhalmuri, but it's a whole economy, and this is what we love to see on an IPL game.
I
Isha,
just want to say,
quickly a comment on the women's
Absolutely.
game. I just announced the result. Shobik, 1 minute. Let me quickly take a comment on the women's game from Trisha. India wins by 23, and then she can move to the men's game. Quick comment from you, Trisha, on the women's game.
I think a good performance from Jemima and most importantly from Deepti. She needed to score runs, Boryada. We have been speaking about this for thousands of matches now that she needs to score runs, and she has finally done. And thankfully, the bowlers have done their job. But good to see that South Africa, even without Laura Woolward, Marizanne Kapp, and Annika Bosch, have actually come that close. Overall, it was important that in Sri Lanka we at least win most of the matches and then go into the final and win this tournament before the World Cup in India. So just glad that India has done that.
Okay. Gargidi try jhalmuri from my side. It's healthy for sure. Sriyan Jain, Trisha and Rohan
It's
are both
not
having
healthy,
jhalmuri.
guys. There's so much
What
oil
are you
in there. What
saying?
do you mean it's healthy?
Come on, if jhalmuri is not healthy, then you don't exist. Come on, what are you even saying?
What do you mean I don't
What are you
exist?
even saying?
No,
If you are
there's
at
so
the
much
ground and
oil.
you are not having jhalmuri, come on. I mean, Maidan will itself will give you the healthy vibe. Trust me. Anyway, are you sensing more resolute, a kind of nationalist unity among the audience today? Is there a kind of underlying tone of unity based on what the country is experiencing?
100%, 100%. And you see this not just with the fans, but with the athletes as well. You're seeing top athletes, top celebrities, and anyone that has a voice has been talking about this, has been talking about Operation Sindoor. And there's this, quiet solidarity in the way that India has come out today. I think there's a quiet solidarity, and everyone in their hearts is holding space for all the victims of Pahalgam terror attack. And there's just this, let's say, I wouldn't want to say heaviness, but there is a sort of unity in the air. There is a quiet unity in the air, and it's incredible to see how sport unites people. That even though certain things have happened, Pahalgam attack has happened, India has not backed down. The people have stood in solidarity. People have stood in unity and shown that nothing can stop us as a country when we come together.
Shomik, coming back to the cricket, to you, Devashish, and before that, I'll go to Shomik as well. What is the pitch like? Some of you, I think Shomik or Devashish, one of you tweeted a photograph around
Yeah.
5 p.m. saying the pitch. So Shomik, first to you, then to Devashish, or the other way around. Shomik, you go first. What's the pitch like for today before I ask Devashish?
Yeah, I'm going to the pitch thing, but before that, Rohan wearing that Jamaica shirt, and the metaphor is not lost on me. Seriously, the metaphor is not lost on me. He has channeled his inner Harry Belafonte and saying Jamaica farewell to Chennai's Thala. Oh,
Yes, yes. One of my favorite songs. One of my favorite songs.
Oh,
so
it's a favorite for
now
everybody.
the cat is out of the bag. Now the cat is out of the bag. As regards the pitch, it looks a good one. It looks a good one, full of runs. You never know how it will behave until the first ball is bowled or a few overs are bowled. But as of now, it looks a good pitch, and we will hopefully see another high-scoring affair.
Devashish, your thoughts on the team combination and the pitch? You have also been covering practice every single day. You were at the CSK press conference and the KKR press conference.
I
Any
was not at the press conference. I did not attend any press conference.
Acha, what is the update that you're getting? If there is any update, Venkatesh Iyer possibly there was an injury concern. Have you got any update? What might happen?
Yeah, there used to be a doubt about when Venkatesh Iyer's availability, and it will kind of blessing in disguise for KKR if Venkatesh Iyer misses out to that tonight's game, because you need to play a Lubnit Shishodia, I mean, so as to bolster that middle order. Because clearly, if you talk about the foreign players, I think Ramanullah Gurbaz might just get another opportunity, and I somehow disagree with Shomika, because Shomika has been telling about talking about Amrik Nokia being given a chance. But I would say Moeen Ali being preferred on this wicket, because clearly this wicket will favor a little bit of turn than Ashes the spinner, as it has been the case in the last match with both Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarti getting some purchase and picking some wickets. So I think it will be two sides might go in with three spinners. Chennai, we all know Ravichandran Ashwin might just get a chance tonight, alongside the likes of Ravindra Jadeja. And for KKR, I think Moeen Ali along with Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarti.
Trisha, Rohan, massive game for KKR. Again, the pressure is mounting. One loss and you're out. The pedal has to be consistently on trying to win every possible game. Set it up for me. What is it looking likely to both of you? You think KKR can get to 17? Tonight is an opportunity. What's your thought? CSK again, one of those seasons where nothing has gone wrong, nothing has gone right for them. But Dhoni will want to sign off on a high. So there is always going to be that Dhoni factor at the Eden Gardens. Trisha and Rohan.
Well, of course, as you said, that it's a do or die for KKR, and I was just going to say East Bengal, but yes, yeah, but yes, it's a do or die for KKR, and playing a match against MS Dhoni's side is always difficult. But I think it's perhaps the best opportunity for KKR, given the consideration of CSK's current form. So they have been not at their best and they are already out. So KKR has that chance to get the best of today's match, and after that, SRH and of course RCB. Yes, SRH also not a very good season, and RCB KKR has a good record at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. So they have the opportunities to go all the way. So of course, it's difficult to keep the momentum and win every game at a one after. But I think they have the better options given the other team. They are lucky enough to have played KKR, Gujarat, or on an MI in the last 3 games.
Trisha?
Well, Boryada, just to add to what he said, to add to what he said, I think the win against RR will actually give KKR that confidence that even if the match was close, and especially we have seen how CSK took a match extremely close against RCB and somehow found a way to lose that game. So I think that part is very important, that CSK is not only in a bad momentum, they are somehow finding ways of losing the game. And right now it's do or die. I feel Captain Rahane has actually shown that that spark in the last game. I kind of feel that KKR will be having that momentum. Also, today the way the crowd has come to support Boryada, because we had been here for the Sunrisers Hyderabad match and you could barely see anyone. Here you can see actually people wearing the traditional, white sari with red border, which we wear during Durga Pujas for auspicious occasions. There is a whole lot who have worn those saris and have come out to support Kolkata. There's a lot of people who are actually. I saw somebody who had completely body painted Rinku's number. So there's a lot of
Yeah,
support
that
for
guy comes every
Kolkata.
day.
Yeah, so there's a lot of support for Kolkata, and I think momentum right now is with Kolkata. And the last game also was in Eden. So overall, I think mentally also KKR will be in a better position.
Devashish joins back again. I mean, this is an important question. In fact, we will do a kind of a report on this today. Gently request Snehashish Ganguly to improve washroom facilities and infra if you're hiking the price of tickets. So we will have all our reporters everywhere. Shomik will be in the press box. Gargi will be in one of the galleries. Trisha and Rohan will be there. Devashish will be inside the ground plus has access to different washroom facilities. So we will actually be able to give you serious lowdown exactly what it is like tonight. But going to Gargi, how impressed have you been with Ayush Matre? Because among all these young kids, Priyan Sharia, Ayush Matre, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and you can sense the kind of talent that you're seeing, in the Indian white ball setup. Ayush Matre 90 in the just the other night. Again, if you hear his story, nobody gave him a chance. Ajinkya Naik sending someone and picking him this incredible talent. Chennai giving him an opportunity and he's now a star. Gargi Rao to Ayush Matre.
Boria, the best thing about IPL and the one thing that I love the most about IPL is the fact that it's sort of a soft power of how much talent, how much bench strength India actually have. And it's one of the biggest statements in world cricket. And that's the best part about, a foundation, or let's say a stage like the IPL. It's not just Ayush Matre. He's been incredible. He's been incredible in the way that he's performing, and it sort of reflects also the Mumbai background that he comes from. Because even if these players, when we talk about domestic cricket, if a player is from Mumbai, you know that automatically their quality is maybe a little bit more than anyone else who's playing domestic cricket, because the competition in Mumbai is just that tight. It's neck to neck. But when we look at other players as well, it's been incredible the kind of talent that we're seeing coming up. You have a Vignesh Puthur, you you have an Ayush Matre, you have a Web of Suryavanshi, and so many more. I think it's one of the best parts about IPL. And every single season, I love watching these young players come in and sort of make their mark. And you never know who the next big superstar is. It could be any one of these kids.
The Chennai bus has just arrived. The Chennai team has arrived. Devashish has sent us these details. See this. Shopnil, sound please. Need the sound as well. The two yellow buses that Chennai is using, the Royal Cruiser buses, both painted yellow for the Chennai Super Kings. So the Chennai Super Kings team arrives at the Eden Gardens. Devashish, coming to you. The batting for Chennai Super Kings has been an issue. You start with an Ayush Matre, and all of a sudden you get into winning positions, and there comes MS Dhoni, struggles against spin. Ravindra Jadeja not able to accelerate the way you want. Shivam Dubey not really getting his opportunities, and that kind of has hurt Chennai. Kashi Vishwanath gave an interview to Shomik saying they will also have to have a reboot. This is KKR's best chance, Devashish Sen, in many, many ways to at least try and bolster that campaign and get to the two last games. Devashish.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you because it is their batting that I think in that interview which Shomika Kasi Vishwanathan did say that it is a collective failure. Chennai Super Kings team failed as a collective unit, and yes, the senior batter, the experienced batter, the likes of Rahul Tripathi and others have not fired. Deepak Huda, Devon Conway, Rachin Ravindra. None of them can. And if you look at the Chennai batting, the top score is from Ravindra Jadeja, who has scored 260 runs in this IPL Super, and that speaks a lot. Means when you have someone like Virat Kohli or a Surya Kumar Yadav or a Sai Sudarshan scoring almost 500 runs, and then you have a Chennai Super Kings batter. None of their batters featured in the top 20 list, and that is the real story. That is the real story behind. None of the Chennai Super Kings batters have taken, and it is the youngsters, the likes of Ayush Matre, Diwal Brevis, and now you have a Urvil Patel who has recently joined the squad, and it is the youngsters that the Chennai Super Kings batting has to rely upon, and perhaps and that is the state of affairs in Chennai Super Kings. Yes, they need the senior guys, the experienced guys to fire, and perhaps this might be the opportunity because this wicket at Eden Gardens, it means obviously winning the toss and batting fast, and if you post somewhere in the region of 200, then you might just push KKR, and we saw yes in the last match as well, Rajasthan Royals could have almost won that match had it not been that run out from Rinku Singh in the final delivery.
Shomik, if I continue with this before I go to Gargi and Trisha and Rohan again, Kashi in that interview to you actually spoke about this, the reboot. Your thoughts, Devashish makes some important points about the younger guys, taking center stage. Whether it's Ayush, whether it's Sheikh Rashid, whether it's Deval Davis, whether it's somebody else. Your thoughts, how do you see this reboot happening? Will it still center around MS Dhoni, mentor, non-playing captain, coach in some form around MS Dhoni, revolving around MS Dhoni? How do you reckon the reboot will happen for CSK? Shomik Chakraborty.
The reboot will happen. The rebuild will happen by lowering the average age of the team. I mean, so far, Chennai Super Kings have been dad's army, and what we have been witnessing this season is a clear shift. If you look at the age profile of those players, Ayush Matra is 17, Diwal Brevis is 22, Sheikh Rashid is also a youngster, and there are other youngsters also. Anshul Kamboj is a youngster. So the lowering the age profile, obviously, that is one thing. Another thing is that, see, I mean, Chennai Super Kings set the benchmark along with Mumbai Indians, set the benchmark for success as far as the IPL is concerned. Now, even when they are losing, there are lessons to be learned from Chennai Super Kings. That is, we have seen how some owners or team management or the staff have lost their bearing when their team have lost. Chennai Super Kings, Kashi, they absolutely we are not blaming anyone. It's the what has happened that a lot of players, and all of them are good players, they have lost their form uh, at the same time, and it can happen to any team. So we have to rebuild. So when I asked Mr. Vishwanathan whether we will see a mass clear out next year, he said that is a call to be taken by the cricket management. And then Eric Simmons came at the pre-match press conference, and I asked him whether the template that has been so successful for so many years, they need to change that template. And from that perspective, Eric Simmons said, "No, we are not going to add that. Yes, we need to have a tweak." Whether MS Dhoni would be part of that rebuild, of that regeneration, yes, he might not be there as a player, we don't know. But in some capacity, Chennai Super Kings will not let him go. In some capacities, he will be there, and he will be, he will be very much he will very much be part of that regeneration.
Devashish, are you concerned with this question? It's an interesting one. Not only Eden, but not a single day other venues were also packed. Is it a little concerning? Are you a little concerned that not every venue is getting packed like the way it used to for IPL?
Yeah, to some extent, yes. I also, but as far as Eden Gardens is concerned, I think you normally associate a full house whenever there's an IPL match. Means, we have seen it in the past as well, but this time around, it has not been the case. And today also, it might not be the same. I don't see it to be a full house. Yes, there might be as many as 55, 60,000, but the capacity here at Eden Gardens is almost 70,000. So, and that's, I think the price has got to do one purely, but today, I think there will be more numbers today.
Yeah, Devashish has been saying that. Devashish has been saying that there will be more numbers today. But this is also a question that's kind of doing the rounds. I think here's who's there. Rohan and Gandhi have also joined us. Folks, give me a little bit more about the build-up. Numbers increasing, fans increasing. What's going on? I mean, I think your internet, if you can hear us, if you can hear me, Gargi and Rohan, if you joined back, what's the buzz like? We've joined now for about 27 minutes into the show. Have you been seeing more and more buzz, more and more people? What's the
No,
buzz like? Yeah, go on.
the buzz is growing, people are growing, the lines are growing at this point. I wish we were closer to the gates, but the internet doesn't allow us to. Closer to the gates, actually, the lines are queuing up very, very long. And if you see the path that we're standing on, which is people are also coming from this end. So, that gives you a good idea that it's going to be a jam-packed stadium. Expect that with a CSK. If not a CSK, then who packs a stadium?
And the internet acting up upon is also an evidence that this is a huge match, and there are a lot of protocols that has been followed, because we have not faced such internet issues in the previous games. Also, we are facing a lot. I had to change my position from where I was standing, and we had to came farther from the stadium. And today internet is a bit choppy, and the crowds should be more than 60,000, because we are already seeing queues, and mostly CSK in yellow jerseys. I think I've done good wearing the yellow jersey today.
So there are two big updates coming in.
Yes, Shubhan, go for it. Bolo.
So we had tweeted a couple of days back. We had tweeted something about Rohit Sharma, that a very big development is on the cards within this week. So Indian Express has just reported a story that selectors to remove Rohit Sharma from Test captaincy. It is the headline. They have written Express exclusive, but we had given a hint to all our viewers and our followers that something big is around the corner around Rohit Sharma. So it is unlikely that we will see Rohit Sharma in the England tour, in the Indian squad. So and Shubman Gill is likely to lead the side in the absence of Rohit Sharma. So this is number one big update that is coming in fresh. But the number two update, Boryada, regarding the IPL today's practice session of Punjab Kings and Delhi Capitals have been delayed due to unforeseen circumstances. That is the media update. Earlier, the press conference was delayed due to rain as the team was unable to travel within the time frame. But the practice session has also been delayed, and that is due to the conservative nature around the floodlights. That if you light the floodlights up, then that might cause some security concern, because Dharamshala Stadium is around 120 kilometers near the border. So that is a big update. The IPL governing council is in direct touch with Indian government, the defense ministry, regarding what they should do. Currently, there is no official communication within the teams or from the IPL governing council regarding tomorrow's match. But there is a likelihood that if there is a hint from the Indian government that the match should not go on because of the floodlight and of course the audience part, spectators part as well. Then the IPL governing council will not blink an eye to reschedule the match to the next week. We might see another couple of weekday double headers in the coming week, because on Sunday Punjab Kings are also supposed to play Mumbai Indians. That match is likely to be rescheduled if things escalate in the next couple of days. Boyada.
So what you're telling me is we might see some of the matches being rescheduled for obvious
Two
reasons.
matches,
And two matches. Two
two
matches being
matches.
scheduled in the course of the next few days. And as far as the Rohit Sharma update is concerned, Shubhan and Rohit Juglan, it was his story. They had
Yes,
tweeted about this yesterday evening, and there was enough hint there. But that's what it is. I mean, until and unless these things happen, let it happen. By the way, the Indian Express story is not fully true.
yeah,
The Indian Express story, the way the representation of that Indian Express story is wrong. Devendra
right,
Pandey has reported it wrong. So I'm putting it very bluntly. In fact, it is not exactly this way that the thing is unfolding. What is unfolding is perhaps true, but the way he has reported it is not the entire story. Shubhan is very well aware of it, but there are certain things that are best left unsaid. So we will
right.
not go into more on that matter at this. Coming back to
I'm
the
getting
ground.
a call, Boyada. I'll just come back and rejoin.
Go ahead. So coming back, Shomik, this uncertainty that we now see is very likely, and again, every decision should be done in consultation with the government. There is absolutely no issues with that. Your quick thoughts. Kolkata, are you sensing any kind of jitter as far as the fans are concerned, Shomik? Is there any kind of uncertainty there as well? Shomik Chakraborty.
As far as our Calcutta is concerned, there is nothing. There is no jitter among the fans. There is a mood of celebration, in fact, as in relation to this game. But see, IPL has nothing to do with this. If the government says you cannot play, they cannot. So they will have to be in constant touch with the government in terms of recording the matches or rescheduling the matches, which is very normal. And what I think, we shouldn't speculate at all. If there is anything, if there is a decision, an official communication will come, an official mail will land, and that will confirm things. So there is no point when the matter is related to government, then there is no point speculating. What will happen will be informed officially. And I just want to mention one thing about Shubman Gill, and I will ask our readers to go back to a story that we have done about a month and a half ago, suggesting that Shubman Gill is going to lead the Indian team in England.
I remember that
Yeah.
story. I remember that story from Shomit Chakraborty that Rohit Sharma will decide, or this decision will be taken mid-May, and Shubman Gill will lead the Indian team if Rohit Sharma takes this call either way, or somebody takes this call. In this case, the Indian management. I don't want to get into more details of this story as of yet. And let's leave it at that, because as I said, go and check our Twitter handle yesterday. A lot of people called me and said, what are details? Some details are best left answered. Devashish Sen, Anukul Roy or Moeen Ali? Plenty of people asking.
I would rather go in with an experienced Moeen Ali.
Devashish Sen says Moeen Ali. Anukul Roy had a very good game in Delhi. Gargi, you covered that game. It was an excellent spell from Anukul Roy in Delhi. By the way, Brishtir possibility ache kina? I don't think there is. But Gargi Rohan, no chance of any weather interruption, right? Can you just clarify that?
I mean, what we will say is that it's quite breezy. It has been gloomy, and there are definitely clouds looming around. But at the same time, it doesn't look like the typical rainy weather that you get, or let's say the type of clouds that you get before a thunderstorm or something like that.
It's not rain clouds.
These are not rain clouds. Yes, it is breezy. Yes, it is humid, but also at the same time, cooler than usual. But I don't think it's going to rain. It doesn't seem like it at all. The skies are clear.
And Anukul Roy or Moeen Ali, you saw Anukul Roy do the trick for KKR in Delhi.
I mean, you did, but at the same time, Moeen Ali, I think I would bank on Moeen Ali because all of the games that he has played, he has contributed with the bat, he has contributed with the ball. He's great at drying up those runs from one end, and also, gives you a lot of stability at the top of the order in case, let's say the openers fail again. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, I think Moeen Ali just gives you a lot more stability than an Anukul Roy. I'm not saying that Anukul Roy does not perform well. I'm just saying in this scenario, the way that KKR is poised in the playoff scenario right now and how do or die this game is, I would get Moeen Ali in.
And also Moeen Ali adds to the experience factor also that Anukul Roy will lack at this level, and being an experienced candidate, these type of matches, this type of high intensity and important do-or-die matches, I think experienced candidate might just do the one bit extra that might be needed to get the 2 points that need.
Devashish, in the practice, any particular thing about Ravi Ashwin you may have noticed? Is he going to play? Is there a chance? Can he be a factor given the wicket last time round? A word on Ravichandran Ashwin, Devashish Sen?
Yeah, there is a very, very high chance of Ravichandran Ashwin actually getting a nod in. He missed that last two matches, but there is a high possibility because in last couple of practice sessions that took place at Eden Garden, we saw Ravichandran Ashwin having an extended session in the next. He was bowling, and that might be an indication that Ravichandran Ashwin. And remember, Samita was saying to me yesterday night in our chat that Ravichandran Ashwin does have a very decent record here at the Eden Garden. So yes. With the wicket slightly favoring the spin bowlers, I might see Chennai Super Kings calling in that experienced Ravichandran Ashwin in that playing 11.
Shomik, a word on Ashwin Jadeja, that combination. Can they, because Varun Chakravarti and Sunil Narayan, at least in the middle of the innings, before Rian Parag played that blistering knock, the KKR spinners were on song the other night against RR. You reckon Ashwin and Jadeja could play a part?
Absolutely. And over the last 2 days, during KKR's training sessions, Ravi Ashwin probably has bowled the maximum balls, the most number of balls in the at the net. So, unless CSK have completely moved on, I think Ravi Ashwin might have some part to play. If not in the playing 11, then maybe as an impact sub. But there is a clear hint that he might play unless CSK haven't completely moved on. And the previous question you had asked over Moeen Ali and Anukul Roy, my 2 cents are basically thinking, I will support personally Anukul Roy. And I will support Anukul Roy not only because his left arm spin will bring some variety to the spin attack. Moeen Ali's confidence might be a little low after getting hit for five sixes against Rian Parag, number one. And number two, Anukul Roy is a brilliant fielder who will comfortably save 10 runs on the field. So everything combined, you have to be bold. I think if Gautam Gambhir were the mentor of this team, he would have played. That is my personal opinion, of course. He would have played Anukul Roy.
Gargi, take this question. Boria sir, MSD fans will always turn up. Yes, the season has been disappointing, but the love of MSD will always be there. Sanat Kaushik, how are you seeing it? How many MSD fans, Thala jerseys, Rohan 50 rupees to 200 rupees were the mostly MSD jerseys, or what was going on? That's your thought.
MSD everywhere I see it's all 7 7 7. Today is 7th May, and it's all Dhoni 7 Dhoni 7. So color for a reason, and of course the CSK jerseys are selling more.
There is no comparison for how many yellow jerseys there are. There is a sea of yellow outside and inside. As soon as we go in, we'll make sure that we send pictures of the crowd as well and tweet it out to let you guys know that I was right about my prediction when I said it's going to be 60-40.
This one has to go to Shomik Chakraborty, no one else, not you. Don't claim victory.
Are?
This is Shomik's team. So don't give me all this rubbish. It is Shomik's thing. Give it to him. Learn. Anyway, Moeen Ali or what is this? Roy instead of Vaibhav. This is a question. Shomik, Vaibhav Arora, kind of disappointing all season. More last game. You think Vaibhav Arora gets a game again tonight? I'll ask the same of Debashish Sen. Again, his fielding is also a bit of a problem. Vaibhav Arora.
Yeah, as far as building is concerned, he is a serious letdown. But I won't say that his season has completely gone south. In the sense, if you leave aside the last couple of games, I think Vaibhav Arora has been the standout fast bowler. The way he moved the ball, the way with the new ball. So Vaibhav Arora as a bowler didn't perform badly. Yes, his fielding has been a serious letdown. That is the story. And in modern T20 cricket, you can't have a passenger in the field. That is a serious question. And unless he improves his fielding, he will struggle to reach next level.
Devashish, this whole thing about Vaibhav Arora, the KKR setup, Vaibhav Arora, Harshit Rana, both of them started reasonably okay, but over a period of time, are you kind of worried with the KKR fast bowling unit? Vaibhav Arora, Harshit Rana conceding way too many runs. Is that a cause of concern? And what Shomik said about Moeen Ali getting hit for 5 consecutive sixes, that can impact anybody's confidence. That's what happened against Riyan Parag. Your thoughts on that? The KKR bowling is what I'm asking about. Devashish? I don't
He's
think he can
frozen.
hear me.
He's
Devashish, if you can
frozen.
hear me? No, he's not
He's
frozen.
frozen. Uh,
No, okay, Gargi and Rohan, if you can hear me, KKR bowling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Devashish, did you get the question?
Yeah.
Yeah, so over to you. KKR bowling, Vaibhav Arora, Harshit Rana. Are you kind of worried about the KKR bowling?
I could
Yeah,
hear you.
Devashish.
I could hear
Yeah,
you.
so yeah, I'm asking you, Vaibhav Arora, Harshit Rana conceding way too many runs. Also, Moeen Ali 5 sixes, Riyan Parag. Are you kind of worried
Yeah,
about
so, a bit because a lot is expected. Lot was expected of Harshit Rana because he is now an Indian player. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Devashish? You are audible. Acha. His internet is
It's
acting up.
understandable because Debashish's internet is acting up. But I believe the question was about
Yes, bowling and the
KKR's bowling. Oh, I think it's a joint effort at this point because if you look at the way KKR has played the last 2 games, especially if you look at the Delhi game and the one played at Eden Gardens as well, you see that it's a collaborative effort between the batters and the bowlers. If the batters had not
even
put
fielding.
even fielding, absolutely 100%. If the batters had not put in both those matches very high stakes, pressure is on KKR. If the batters had not put 200 plus runs on the it would have been very difficult for KKR to matches. Remember that match against they only won by 1 run. So when you look at it, it is a collaborative effort, and what that allows is that batting layup is clicking right now. It allows bowlers to sort of take some pressure off their shoulders because that's what was happening in the previous matches. It was that the opening lineup, or let's say the top order of KKR, would lead to first the middle order, and second, when the batting order could not do their job, it was the bowlers who had to take the brunt of the force. So now when you look at it, I think it's a really good collaborative effort. The way that the KKR team is clicking, they're executing their plans, and obviously the spinners have been exceptional.
And also the very fact that they have found the good batting order, bringing Russell up the order, giving him that extra 8 to 10 balls. He was 8 for 2 the last game, and then from there he accelerated 250 plus. I think that's a very good sign that KKR management has finally found the right equation, bringing batters like Russell up the order to give them that extra 5 or 6 balls to settle down and then get their A game out.
Mm. Devashita, if you are if your internet is working fine now, no, I think he's
Ours?
again frozen. Devashita, are you?
Going.
Am I audible? Devashita Devashita is gone.
It's gone.
Shamikta, yeah, we are
It's
talking about
okay.
the pace bowlers here.
It's okay.
Now you are not
Yeah,
visible, but
yeah.
only
You are
audible.
audible,
Audible.
Shubhayan.
Yes, Devashita, what I was asking you and Shamikda, Harshit Rana in particular, because he was the star Indian bowler or star of the pace attack last season. Despite Stark being there, despite other pacers being there, Harshit Rana was the star of this KKR pace bowling attack. Is he has he been a disappointment this season, Harshit Rana in particular, because he has gone on to play all the formats for India, but has looked a bit hot and cold in this entire IPL so far.
Yeah, I somehow disagree, Subhan, because yes, in
Hmm.
this format, it is all about the batters. Means obviously, in this format, the bowlers will get for runs. And remember, if you look at Harshit's performance, he has not done so badly. If you ask me, yes, and especially if you talk about that last game against Rajasthan Royals, it was his strikes. It was his strike, obviously, that short ball. And
Right.
I would say that yes, um, yes, given I clearly agree with you to some extent that yes, being an Indian bowler, he could have delivered it. Obviously, he was expected to deliver it much more. I mean, but overall, if you look at it, is the overall bowling that has let KKR down. If you talk about Vaibhav Arora or a Harshit Rana or particularly the overseas signing. Spencer Johnson, he was tried at the start. He was hardly impactful. Then you had a Henrik Nokia. I don't know whether he had some injuries or not. He has not been. He did not play a lot of matches. So yes, Andre Russell again. Andre Russell. It is more or less for KKR. It boils down to Sunil Narine and Varun Chakraborty. If they took wickets, KKR eventually won the match. So it is more or less the bowling attack revolved around the spinner, and more so the two experienced spinners in Varun Chakraborty. But overall, I would say Harshit Rana could have done a little bit more better.
I mean his economy rate is also up. Shomikda, his effectiveness this season has faded away a bit. Is it due to his own form, or is has the other teams started to read him better?
No, Shubhan, I think, I mean, we need to put things in perspective, given that, see, Harshit Rana, yes, he has played for India, but at the same time, he's still young. And he is like Vaibhav Arora also, although he hasn't played for India. Harshit
Right.
Rana, although he has played for India, he is a work in progress. So there would be inconsistency. There
Hmm.
would be inconsistency, but you have to keep in mind the good deliveries he bowled. Even in the last game, that last ball, he nailed in that Yorker. Without that, KKR would have lost that game. So under
Right.
pressure, nailing that Yorker, it was not easy. So from that point of view, he has. And I don't mind bowlers getting hit in this format. This format, bowlers will get it unless you are a Bumrah or a Sunil Narine as a spin bowler. You will get him. But yes, you are right in the sense that he was a bit inconsistent in terms of his bowling, in terms of his length, in terms of his line. Maybe he was a bit inconsistent, but you expect that from a young fast bowler because he's, as I said, he's still a work in progress, and you require at least 2, 3 seasons at the top. I'm not talking about the IPL at international level to get into that consistency group when you'll get that confidence and when you will be you will be bowling more good deliveries than bad ones.
Bhoya is also back.
You can continue, Shubham. Go on, go on, go on.
No, since we are just 9 minutes away from the toss, my question to both Rohan and Gargi would be around Noor Ahmed and Ravindra Jadeja. Yes, Noor Ahmed was very efficient in the first half of the IPL, but their form, both Jadeja and Noor Ahmed's form, has dipped slightly in the second half, and especially with KKR's batting unit struggling. We know Ajinkya Rahane struggle against spin. He averages around 16 or 13 in this IPL, strike rate of 110 against spinners. Do you think these two can be the difference maker or can hurt KKR in a wrong way, where KKR would want the game to go
Shubhayan,
smoothly for
sorry,
them?
you cut off a little bit. I couldn't hear you.
Noor Ahmed and Ravindra Jadeja, could these two be the disruptors for CSK in terms of KKR's batting plans?
I think so. I think so. I think it will also depend on what surface is dished out tonight. If it's the last one, maybe not so much. But you are seeing quite a dry wicket here that does assist the spinners a little bit. And if that's the case, and KKR is, let's say, batting first, I think that could affect their plans.
Yeah, but the KKR batters finding their mojo is a good sign that we have seen in the last.
But Ajinkya Rahane has struggled against
Yeah,
spin.
he has always struggled against spin, but again, going by the statistics, he has scored
Yeah.
most number of runs for KKR. So I think
No, but against spinners he averages only
if you want
13.
to,
Against spinners he averages only 13.
Exactly.
yeah,
And in the last game as well, Shubayan, you saw that apart from when the boundaries were not coming, the KKR batters were really struggling to get that scoreboard moving in the middle order or middle overs. So when you look at that, that is definitely a weakness for KKR.
Plus, Aaron Finch and Deepdas Gupta in their pitch report have clearly said that this surface looks slightly loose. It's a bit tacky. There could be an inconsistent bounce. So, could that,
Oh.
like my question to all of you, Devashida, Tomikda, Rohan, Gargi, could this be something, a track which KKR would not have wanted in this particular game, which is a must win game for them?
Shubhayan, I think if you look at the pitch for the last game against Rajasthan Royals, it was sort of similar, and the pitch got better as the game progressed. I expect the
Right.
pitch to get better here also as the game progresses. But you can never count out uh, the quality of someone like Ravindra Jadeja. If Ravichandran
Hmm.
Ashwin plays, the quality of him, he might be going away for runs. I mean, he has been
Hmm.
dropped after 5 games, but you can never rule him out. You can never rule out a quality player. And in
Hmm.
this format, particularly Shubham, momentum,
Hmm.
past record, that don't matter at all. It's about the team that is playing well on the night. Okay, and CSK, if they bring out their A game, who knows? Anything can happen. Who would have thought that Rajasthan Royals, after being down to 70 for 5, would have
Hmm.
taken KKR to the edge? Almost, they had almost. If Rian Parag was there for another three deliveries, they would have won the game. So
Right.
anything can happen on the night, and from that perspective, I'm absolutely, and my I might be wrong, but my feeling as a reporter, looking at the nets and everything is that, and looking at the pitch, I am expecting good shows from the CSK spinners in this game, and I expect MS Dhoni to bring out his famed spin choke in this game.
Hmm. MS Dhoni will be in focus. Devashishda, could MS Dhoni's captaincy, both the spinners, Jadeja, Noor Ahmed, how he uses them, could that be a difference maker considering that, yes, Andre Russell came back in form in the last game. Rahane has been among runs at the Eden Gardens, but given the overall inconsistency of KKR versus the CSK spinners, Dhoni behind the stump, is that the matchup we are looking forward to?
Absolutely, it is the key. It will be a good matchup between Ajinkya Rahane and the spinners. If you look at his last two dismissals, he has given his wicket to spinners in all the last three matches. Akshar Patel, the last match, and also the game against Gujarat Titans. They have thrown his wicket to the spinners. So I think it will be a good matchup. And obviously, I won't be surprised if Andre Russell, if he walks into bat and immediately you see a Noor Ahmed being drafted in, or for that matter, Ravindra Jadeja being brought into the attack. Because clearly, yes, Russell has played well, but clearly there has been shortcomings when initially at the start he has not looked comfortable against the spinners, and few of the dismissals in this edition of IPL did show that his weakness against the spinners, and particularly leg spinners. So I think it will be a good matchup to see Noor Ahmed immediately being brought into the attack when Andre Russell. But I think he will be preserved. Noor Ahmed will be preserved for Andre Russell to come. So, and also another thing is that I mentioned that Ajinkya Rahane hasn't looked. And if you look at his strike rate against the fast bowlers compared to his strike rate against the spinners, he looked that not that comfortable. And especially he threw his wicket too. He lost his wicket in the last two matches to the spinners. So it will be a good matchup between the the Chennai Super Kings spinners and the KKR batters, middle order batters, I would say.
And Shubhayan,
Hmm.
if you look at stats, I mean, you will see that Ajinkya Rahane, the moment a spinner takes the ball away from him, it's not more about the off spinners. When a spinner starts taking the ball away from him, he
Right.
becomes vulnerable. Even Andre Russell,
Why?
if you look at the game when he scored a match-winning half century, the number of runs he scored against spinners. Mind, he was 2 of 9 balls at one stage when the spinners Tiksena and others were bowling. And only when Akash Madwal was brought back into the attack did he open his shoulders. So from that point of view, obviously the way Devashish also, I totally agree with Devashish. I think Noor Ahmed will be preserved for Andrew Russell.
That would be an interesting matchup. Noor Ahmed, one of the best spinners in this IPL, going up against one of the hardest hitters in the IPL history. Rohan Galgi, how's the weather? I think, do you think that will affect the decision in the toss if there's a little bit of rain forecast later in the evening?
आ गया
I'm trying to
अरे आ गया
मैं इधर
क्या
मैं flip करने की कोशिश
ओ
कर रही
अच्छा
थी.
अच्छा फ्लिप करने
I'm trying to flip the camera and show you guys that there is a lot of dust blowing and there is
Okay.
a very very strong breeze as well. And suddenly when I'm
Okay.
trying to show you, it has stopped completely. But this is how it is. If you can see, the wind is quite strong, so this could very well affect the toast. But at the same time, when you look at the sky, there are no clouds. The sky is crystal clear at this point. So
Mhm.
no chances of rain from my end. At least from what I'm gathering right now, there will be no rain.
but quite humid.
Very humid. Yes.
Very humid. Okay, okay. The toss decision at the toss would be to perhaps chase and wait for the pitch to better down. Somikda.
Yes, yes, I think so. I think so. And Shubhayan, in case of Norwesters, they basically come without any prelude or any forecast. I mean, it's kind of a sudden burst that Norwester comes. I hope it doesn't, because I have my full sympathy for the reporters who covered yesterday's Bombay versus MI versus GT game against the tight deadlines. The top start match eventually finishing at 12:30. So I have my full sympathy for the reporters who covered that game. I don't want that to fall upon me or the others who is covering this game. So I would like to. I am not wishing for rain. Don't want rain, but I'm mind. This
Tosses
toss is
happen.
happening.
Tosses
Toss is
definitely
happening.
happen because we heard a loud roar from the crowd. Now
I
we'll
think
just have to
KKR
wait and
have won
watch.
the toss.
Must
KKR.
be. Must
So
be.
Must
Shobit,
be
no
KKR.
WG Grace today, no WG Grace
Huh?
equation today.
Uh-huh.
So whatever happens, bat first.
Option one is
Whatever.
bat first.
Yes.
Option two is
If you are
I
in
forgot
doubt,
your quote.
no, no. If you win the toss, bat
Bat
first.
first.
If you are in doubt, think hard and bat first. If you are in serious doubt, think seriously hard and bat first. And when you will, in a month down the line, when you will go to England, you will walk through that dress gate.
Yeah, I mean it's what 7 o'clock, so I'll let Akshay and Rohan go. because they've got to go in. Devashish has left. Shobhan also. You Shubhan and I will finish the show in the next 5 minutes. Shubhan, I think you've got to go to Hindi, right? You've got to go to Hindi.
I don't know what's happening with Hindi.
Shall I keep my? But shall I
Yes,
keep my
yes,
prediction?
Shobhan, yes, prediction. Come on. Yes, of course. And I will.
Kolkata have opted to bat first. Kolkata have opted to bat first.
Okay, so Kolkata has opted to bat first. Is the news? Shomik, your prediction quickly.
So shall I? Yeah, I'm before signing off on my prediction. CSK to upset KKR. First of all, CSK away from home. It feels like they are going to play a home game at Eden Gardens. Number one, and I expect them to upset KKR's apple cart.
Devashish, before I let you go, prediction. Kolkata has won the toss and have opted to bat. Your thoughts? Kolkata will win. CSK, what's your prediction? Devashish Sen. Devashish, can you hear me? He can't. Gargi Rohan, quickly, prediction. Rohan Gargi, prediction. Yes.
Yeah, prediction. I would say Kolkata would maintain their momentum that they have picked up in Delhi, and they will go all the way today at least, and then we can talk about the next 2 games. But today, I think a lot of MSD and CSK fans would be disappointed, and Kolkata would be going home as the victorious team.
Yeah, for me as well, I think KKR are the winners for me tonight. That's my prediction.
So, okay, I'll let you boys both go in. I'll let you go in and enjoy the game. Have a good evening. Enjoy the game. It's going to be a cracker. It might just be Mahendra Singh Dhoni's last appearance at the Eden Gardens. If that's the case, it's an emotional one. Go in. Go in and enjoy. Shubhan and I will finish the show. Shubhan, closing comments from you. Gargi Raut, and Rohan Chaudhary, thank you very much. Devashish Sen, thank you very much. Shubhan, and before I let you go to Hindi, your prediction and thoughts. A lot of people asking about Rohit Sharma. We'll do that tomorrow. But yes, Shubhan and Rohit Juglan had tweeted yesterday at 7 p.m. giving you the update on Rohit Sharma. That's a fact. You can go and check. Okay, I have confirmation. I have confirmation on the Rohit Sharma news. It is Rohit Sharma is retiring from Test cricket. I can confirm this. Shubhan, you can break this. Rohit Sharma is retiring from Test cricket is the confirmation we can break here on Rev Sports right away. Rohit Sharma is retiring from Test cricket is the confirmation. Shubhayan, we can say that. You can break it from Rev Sports handle as well, Shubhayan Chakraborty. Rohit Sharma is retiring from Test match cricket. That's the confirmation. We can give you that right now. That's the confirmation that we can tell you. Shubhan Chakraborty, to anyone, we can tell you this. And here's something I've just told you, Shubhan. You can check. Rohit Sharma is retiring from Test match cricket. Should we just, Shubhan, you can break this. You can break this. Rohit Sharma is retiring from.
I am putting your name. Reports Boria Majumdar. I'm putting your.
No. I can tell you this. I absolutely can tell you this. He is retiring from Test match cricket. That's the update. That's the update we can give you on Rev Sports. Back. Do you want us to join Hindi, Shubhan? We can just.
I think so. We should. Wait a second.
If you guys want us to join Hindi, we can do that.
चलिए हिंदी करते हैं अभी. I'll create the link and send you in.
इसका हाँ मेरे को भी link भेज दो. We'll close this, folks. We'll be back at the end of the game. KKR wins the toss, batting first. That's the update we can give you. We'll be back at the end of the show, joining you in Hindi.